Hi class, welcome to week 6. This video is going to walk you through your intervention that you are developing with your team. And so you'll see now you have a brand new folder. And because this assignment will go over a couple of weeks, I just made a folder for you to make it simple, but you can certainly access this folder through your other weekly folders. So let's go inside. There's a couple aspects to this intervention that you are creating. There is the presentation that you'll post, and there is your rubric where you will grade the other teams. And so here you will find your instructions for the presentation. There are two scenarios on here. Teams 1, 2, and 3 will do scenario 1, and teams 4 and 5 will do scenario 2. When you do your peer grading, you will grade every team but your own. When you create your presentation, you can open this up and take a look. I will give you an opportunity to read through it before I tell you too much about it, but you can kind of see here the overall directions are right here. Ultimately, you're going to create a presentation. You can use whatever format you choose, but then you're going to make a video and you're going to present that to the class. And so the presentation tool that I have provided you is Screencast-O-Matic, which is free, and it's what I'm using right now. And so just like I'm making this video, you will be able to make a video going through your PowerPoint or going through your Weebly or your Prezi, whatever you choose to do. And you're going to read your scenario. You're going to get a little bit of background, almost if you had interviewed the participants that you're being asked to create a program for, and then you're going to utilize these steps, and your presentation should outline all of this work. What you will then do is once you're done and you have a presentation prepared and ready, you will post your video here. So you'll create a thread, you'll title it with your team number, so that way when people go in to grade it, they will be able to make sure they're grading the correct team. You will post a copy of your presentation, i.e. the PowerPoint or whatever it might be, and then you will also post your video. It is your responsibility to make sure that your video plays, and so you want to make sure that you're on top of that. I personally use YouTube to post my videos. I do presentations in a multitude of classes, and I also know you're able to post just what you're able to create with Screencast-O-Matic. You don't have to post it on a third-party post. So as you can see, all of that information is right here. And then I have given you also the link to Screencast-O-Matic, and there are tutorials in here. It is the easiest thing to use if you've not been introduced to this before. You will love this now that you've met it. Here is your peer rubric. When you turn this into me, which is not for another almost 2 weeks, you will have completed this rubric for every single team aside from your own. Okay, so as you can see here, I will also use this rubric when grading you. And so if you're kind of wondering, God, what is really expected? What is great work? I've tried to outline a little bit here for you what is expected and how I will be looking at your work. And so you can just highlight the box that fits this team. And then there are some open-ended questions here. Your grade on this portion is a directly responsive to the effort you put into the grading. So if you give everyone 5s and I go in, or 5s, excuse me, if you give everyone excellent and I go in and I'm like, wow, this whole thing needed work, then I know you didn't really do anything. Okay, and so really it's for you to take the time. I've given you the time for you to take the time to make sure that you are going through those presentations thoroughly, fine-tooth comb, and that you are giving me complete answers in this area. Also, this will help you study for your exam, and so keep that in mind too. You will see here, if we go back to weekly folders, you have an additional week 6 folder, and this is what you're doing this week. You're preparing for your exam and you're working on your presentations. And so you still have week 6 work. You will be using that in this project, and so I would start out right away with doing my essay questions and reading my chapter and making sure I got a good sense of what's going on. Here's the chapter 6 content down here. And then, so when you want to begin to work on the project, you're all prepared. The other thing is you'll actually notice that you have your week 7 open as well. Now, here's where the week where all you're doing, you actually don't have a chapter assigned, all you're doing is posting your group presentation, and that's due by Wednesday, and then you're going to take your exam, and you need to turn in your peer grades by the end of that week, Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. So you kind of, the next 2 weeks are going to look a little bit different, but you have plenty of time and you're well prepared to complete this work. So as you're reading through, please make sure if you have any questions that you're reaching out to me. I'm not necessarily available on the weekends, and so you want to make sure that you're reading early and asking early to make sure I can be the most effective in helping you. Good luck.